Welcome, seekers of ancient wisdom and epic sagas. Today we journey into the heart of Norse mythology, a realm where gods walk among giants, and the fate of the cosmos hangs in a delicate balance. These are not mere bedtime tales, they are foundational narratives. They are the very bedrock of a belief system that shaped the worldview of the Norse people for centuries. These stories offer profound insights into their values, their understanding of the universe, and the enduring legacy they left behind. We will explore 5 pivotal myths, each a cornerstone in the grand tapestry of Norse lore. From the genesis of existence to the ultimate twilight of the gods, these tales resonate with power, drama, and timeless significance. Prepare to delve into a world of ice and fire, of creation and destruction, of heroes and monsters. Our journey begins in the primordial void, Ginnungagap, a vast empty chasm between the fiery realm of Muspelheim and the icy expanse of Niflheim. From the meeting of these elemental forces, life first stirred. The first being to emerge was Ymir, a colossal frost giant, whose very sweat gave birth to more giants. From the ice too came Audhumla, the cosmic cow, who nourished Ymir and licked into being Buri, the ancestor of the gods. Buri's grandson was Bor, who fathered 3 mighty sons, Odin, Vili, and Ve. These first gods looked upon the chaotic existence of Ymir and his monstrous progeny with growing unease. They knew a new order was needed. In a dramatic act of cosmic creation, Odin, Vili, and Ve slew the primordial giant Ymir. From his immense body, they fashioned the world as we know it. His flesh became the earth, his bones the mountains, and his blood the vast seas. Ymir's skull formed the sky, held aloft by 4 dwarves, and his brains became the clouds. This foundational myth establishes the very structure of the Norse cosmos and sets the stage for the eternal conflict between the Aesir gods and the Jotun giants. It is a tale of ultimate sacrifice and the birth of order from chaos. Next, we turn to a tale that highlights the immense power and vital importance of the god's most potent weapon, Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. This mighty artifact was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of protection for Asgard and Midgard alike. One morning, Thor awoke to find his beloved hammer missing. Panic spread through Asgard, for without Mjolnir, the gods were vulnerable, and the cosmic balance was threatened. Loki, ever the trickster, was dispatched to investigate. He discovered that the giant Thrym had stolen Mjolnir. Thrym, emboldened by his theft, demanded an outrageous ransom, the hand of the beautiful goddess Freya, in marriage. The gods were appalled by this demand. Loki, with his characteristic cunning, devised a daring plan. He suggested that Thor himself should dress as Freya, complete with bridal veil and gown, to trick Thrym and reclaim the hammer. Despite his initial reluctance and outrage, Thor agreed for the sake of Asgard. At the wedding feast, Thor, disguised as the bride, consumed an astonishing amount of food and drink, raising Thrym's suspicions. Loki, quick-witted as ever, explained it away as the bride's excitement. When Mjolnir was brought forth to bless the bride, Thor seized it. In a thunderous display of divine wrath, Thor cast aside his disguise and unleashed the full power of Mjolnir. He brutally slew Thrym and all his giant kin, reclaiming his hammer and restoring order. This story underscores Thor's strength, the hammer's significance, and Loki's complex role in both causing and solving problems. Our third story plunges us into the depths of tragedy and foreshadows the ultimate doom of the gods. Balder, the beloved god of light, beauty, and purity, was the brightest and most cherished of all the Aesir. His dreams began to be plagued by visions of his own death. His mother Frigg, distraught by these omens, traveled throughout the 9 realms, extracting an oath from every living thing, every plant, every stone, and every element, that they would never harm Balder. She believed her son was now invincible. However, Frigg overlooked one tiny, seemingly insignificant plant, the mistletoe, deeming it too small and harmless to bother with. Loki, ever watchful and filled with malice, learned of this single vulnerability. He fashioned a dart from the mistletoe, and approached Hoder, Baldur's blind brother. Loki, feigning helpfulness, guided Hoder's hand, telling him to throw the dart at Baldur as part of a game where the gods would playfully hurl objects at the invulnerable Baldur. The mistletoe dart pierced Baldur, and he fell dead, plunging Asgard into profound grief and darkness. This act of betrayal, orchestrated by Loki, was a pivotal moment. It introduced themes of fate, the fragility of even the most beloved, and the devastating consequences of envy.
Baldur's death marked the beginning of the end for the gods, a wound that would never truly heal. It was a clear sign that the cosmic order was unraveling, setting the stage for the inevitable twilight of the gods.
The fourth tale reveals the gods' desperate struggle against the forces of chaos and their willingness to make immense sacrifices to preserve their world. Fenrir was one of Loki's monstrous children, a wolf of terrifying size and strength, whose growth alarmed the gods. Prophecies foretold that Fenrir would one day devour Odin himself and bring about the destruction of the world. The gods knew they had to act, but they could not simply kill him without violating sacred oaths. They attempted to bind Fenrir with increasingly strong chains, but the wolf easily broke free from each one. Finally, Odin commissioned the dwarves to forge an unbreakable magical fetter called Gleipnir. This chain was made from impossible ingredients: the sound of a cat's footfall, the beard of a woman, the roots of a mountain, the sinews of a bear, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of a bird. Gleipnir appeared as a silken ribbon, deceptively delicate. Fenrir, suspicious of its appearance, agreed to be bound only if one of the gods would place their hand in his mouth as a pledge of good faith. Only Tyr, the brave god of war, stepped forward. As Fenrir struggled against Gleipnir, he found it impossible to break. The gods rejoiced, but Tyr paid a terrible price. Fenrir bit off his hand, a permanent reminder of the sacrifice made to contain this monstrous threat. The binding of Fenrir illustrates the gods' foresight and their understanding of the impending doom that awaited them. It highlights themes of courage, sacrifice, and the constant struggle against overwhelming forces of chaos that threaten to engulf the cosmos. Our final story is the ultimate climax, the grand, cataclysmic event known as Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. This is not merely an ending, but a cyclical destruction and rebirth, a prophecy that permeates all Norse mythology. The signs of Ragnarok are dire: a brutal winter lasting 3 years, brother fighting brother, and the sun and moon devoured by wolves. The chains holding Fenrir will break, and the Midgard serpent, Jormungandr, will rise from the ocean, spewing venom. Loki, freed from his bonds, will lead an army of giants and the dead against the gods. The fire giant Surtur will emerge from Muspelheim, wielding a flaming sword that will consume the world. The final battle will take place on the plain of Vigridr. Odin will face Fenrir, Thor will battle Jormungandr, and Freyr will fall to Surtur. Many gods and their enemies will perish in a furious, world-shattering conflict. The cosmos will be engulfed in fire and flood, and the old world will sink beneath the waves. Yet Ragnarok is not an absolute end. From the ashes and the waters, a new world will emerge, green and fertile. A few gods, including Baldur, will return from the underworld, and 2 human survivors will repopulate the earth. Ragnarok embodies the Norse belief in the cyclical nature of existence, where destruction paves the way for renewal. It is a dramatic and powerful narrative that speaks to the inevitability of change, the courage in facing doom, and the enduring hope for a new beginning. These 5 stories, from the primordial creation to the ultimate twilight, offer a profound and fascinating window into Norse beliefs, values, and their unique worldview. They are tales of cosmic order and chaos, of heroism and betrayal, of sacrifice and rebirth. They reveal a people who understood the harsh realities of life, the inevitability of fate, and the importance of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. These myths are more than just ancient narratives. They are powerful archetypes that continue to inspire and resonate with us today. We encourage you to delve deeper into the rich and complex world of Norse mythology. There are countless other sagas, heroes, and lessons waiting to be discovered. May your own journey into these ancient tales be as epic and enlightening as the myths themselves.